Equipment's ready, lights are turned on. Only one thing left to do, and that's film today's Fridays with Jack. Are you chasing an impossible dream? Are you trying to live up to someone's standards that you really have no idea what their life is all about? Unfortunately, I think that we all, to some degree, no matter how good or bad we are when it comes to this, get caught up in that trap. We see people, we see their big houses, we see the image they portray on social media, in public, we see the fancy clothes they wear. And we assume that because things look like this or they look like that, that everything must be right in their world. My business partner and I have this conversation a lot. He has taken a path over the last 4 to 5 years of really trying to live his life in a manner that is pleasing to God. He has, I can't explain it any other way, that he has become one of the best men that I know in his actions. And that's not always been who he was. And he will admit that. But he felt like this time he was going to do things right. And along the path, spiritually, mentally, physically, he's encountered a lot of roadblocks. And we would have the discussion of, well, I'm doing things this way, but yet I still have all these hardships that I'm encountering. And I look at, someone over here or someone over there who I know for a fact is not doing right, who is, abusing drugs, who is fornicating, who is, cheating on their spouse, whatever the case may be. But I look at them and they live in a big house. I look at them and they drive fancy cars. And it just seems like they have everything going for them. And what we all come back to is the fact that you do not know what's going on behind closed doors. You have no idea about what happens in that couple's marriage. You have no idea about their finances. Yes, they might live in a big house. Yes, they might drive the fanciest cars, wear the nicest clothes. But maybe that just means that they're swimming in debt. You don't see at night the despair and the stress that comes with, how am I going to make this payment? How am I going to get through to the next month? You just have no idea. And so, to me, we all need to do a better job of stepping back and not worrying about the other person, not worrying about what that other person has, doesn't have, and especially what that person thinks about you. You see, we have only got to be accountable to our God and ourselves and our family. If you can wake up every morning and know that the previous day you did the very best you could in that instance to be pleasing to God, to be a supporter of your family, to be a good friend to those who need you, then that's all that matters. I find that in both business and in personal life, this really comes into play, this need for others to love you, this need for others to have a great opinion of you. And I don't know that it matters. In fact, I know it doesn't matter. In fact, to take it a step further, I think that your yearning, our longing for the approval of others, for the acceptance of others, for us to really care whether or not what we do might be judged by someone else as lacking or being a failure to someone else, that's actually holding us back. And so I tell you today, going into this weekend, going into next week, going into the rest of your life, why don't we take more time and look at us? Be accountable to yourself. Be accountable to God. Be accountable to your family. And stop worrying about what other people are doing. Because you know what? You have no idea what's going on behind closed doors. None whatsoever. You can see the people, you can see the marriages, you can see the relationships, you can see the nice jobs, you can see the happiness. But are you really seeing what's true? Or are you seeing what is a facade? Are you seeing what they want you to see? Life is not always great. Life is not always easy. But life can be fulfilling. Life can be joyful. You can find purpose in your life. But you cannot do it, and you will never do it, by seeking the acceptance of others. Guys, I can't tell you how much I enjoy doing these videos. For everyone who makes it to the end of these videos, I appreciate it. I would love to know what I could do better. I would love to know what you think. You can leave comments on Facebook. You can leave comments on YouTube. I appreciate it. And I'll do my best to make these better. And I'll make these hopefully to bring some value to your life. If you see me on the street, if you see me on social media, if I have helped you, if I have pissed you off, let me know. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week.